Happy Hump Day. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are staying safe and I hope you are having a great day so far. So in today's update, we've got some big reports, really big reports to cover when it comes to the stimulus package and the third stimulus check. Yes, the $1,400 stimulus check. What exactly are lawmakers saying right now about this stimulus check, and when are we going to see this happen? So we're going to talk about the latest details on this stimulus check in this update. Then we'll talk about the critical economic updates that you deserve to know about and what Mitch McConnell has just said. Mitch McConnell did send out some bold statement, and we're going to talk about that in this update as well. But before we dive in, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the latest stimulus updates, economic updates, and financial tips for your financial wellness and success. And one more thing, if you feel like struggling Americans do need some financial support during this period, give this video a thumbs up and share this video with other people to help them get this information quicker. Thank you. So let's jump right into it. So what we're seeing right now is a report from CNBC and several outlets, but CNBC has reported that the Democrats are prepared to pass the COVID relief bill without Republican votes. So again, without Republican votes. So there is a move to pass this bill without Republican votes. Now, what exactly are we talking about here? Let's unpack this for a second. This is what the Senate leader said in his tweet. So Chuck Schumer, the new Senate leader, did tweet out yesterday, and he did say we are still in the midst of a once-in-a-century crisis. Once-in-a-century crisis. And then he goes on to highlight the impact that the crisis has had. He did say that more than 420,000 Americans have died from COVID. Okay. Then he goes on to say that more than 16 million Americans are receiving unemployment assistance. Let's pause here for a second. 16 million people, more than 16 million Americans are receiving unemployment assistance. And let's just be clear here. When it comes to the unemployment assistance, this is set to expire by mid-March. So sometime in March, less than 2 months from today, if nothing is done to pass another package, we're going to see a cliff. So 60 million people, you're basically going to see that drop, because the benefit will expire for 16 million people, and 16 million people who are currently claiming the $300 per week unemployment benefit will no longer have this income to support them. So this is very critical right now, and this does highlight the need for a passage of another stimulus pretty quickly here. And then he went on to finalize this tweet by saying, we must press forward on more COVID relief, and that's exactly what this Senate will do. So he's made it clear, he's made his position clear that this Senate will pass another relief, and that is exactly what they're going to do. So there's no two ways about it from what we're seeing right here from the Senate leader Chuck Schumer. So I do want to get your thoughts on this tweet in the comment section below. Now, the other thing we're seeing too does go hand in hand with what Chuck Schumer did say today. So Chuck Schumer made it clear, according to this report from Reuters, Chuck Schumer did say he did send a message to his colleagues, and he did make it clear that a vote on the budget is going to pave a way for the stimulus package to happen sometime next week. So for a vote on that to be possible next week. So let's jump right into what he said here. So Chuck Schumer did say, I informed senators to be prepared that a vote on the budget resolution could come as early as next week. This is a big one, because right now we're seeing so much pushback. And it looks like the Democrats don't have a whole lot of options, even though Biden has made it clear that he wants to unify both parties. He does want a bipartisan stimulus bill. But right now we're seeing so much pushback, with some GOP lawmakers saying that it is way too soon to pass another package, or to send out more stimulus checks or pass another package, even though some of them do agree that the vaccine distribution is critical. But some GOP lawmakers are not really excited about another package happening so soon, according to them, so soon. I do want to get your thoughts on that in the comment section below as well. But Chuck Schumer has made it clear here that as early as next week, which is the beginning of February, we could basically see a vote on the budget resolution. So he did say this today. So this is a possible first step toward passing another stimulus bill, and this procedure will likely be is what we know as the budget reconciliation. Now, what exactly are we seeing when it comes to this as well? So the other thing that Chuck Schumer has said, according to Newsweek, on this same topic is that we want to work with our Republican colleagues to advance this legislation. So he's made it clear that he does want this to be a bipartisan deal. He does want to work together with the Republicans. He goes on to say, we are keeping all our options open on the table, including the budget reconciliation. So for those who don't understand what this process is, this is a special process that the Democrats could use in order to advance the stimulus package. Remember, in order for this package to pass pretty quickly here, we do need 10 GOP members to support this. So it needs 60 votes in the Senate to pass by the regular order, by the supermajority. And if we can't get this to happen, so if 10 GOP members cannot support the Democrats in order to have this package to pass and the checks get set out to the people, we're likely going to see the Democrats, who have basically made their position clear that they will use the budget reconciliation process, which is just a simple majority. And this is a process that does take up some time, so it's not as quick as you might expect the regular process to take. But the new Senate leader Chuck Schumer has made it clear that he's willing to explore this option, and he said we're keeping our options open, and he does want the Republicans to support as well. And what else is he saying here? Then he did say, in keeping our options open on our caucus call today, I informed senators to be prepared that a vote on the budget resolution could come as early as next week, like we did mention. So again, Chuck Schumer is very ready to get this to happen. I mean, he's been pressing, he's been pushing for this to happen. And really, the budget reconciliation process would allow this to pass with 51 votes. So right now, it will be if all Democratic senators vote on this. So if we get all Senate Democrats to vote on this, we get the 50 votes from the Democrats, and then we get Vice President Kamala Harris to use her vote to break the tie. So we get 51 votes, and this will pass with a simple majority. So this is a process that we're going to likely see happen if the GOP members keep blocking the stimulus package. And the other thing that we're seeing with this is that there could be some items in the package right now that are questionable if they'll go through this budget reconciliation process. But some of the sure things that we know that could happen with this, according to reports out there, include the stimulus checks and the unemployment assistance. So the $400 per week unemployment assistance that Joe Biden has put in this package is something that could be passed through this process. But when it comes to the minimum wage increase to $15 per hour, that may or may not go through. It all depends on how you interpret or who you listen to, but that may or may not go through this process. And also, when it comes to funding for states and local government, that may or may not go through this very process, through the budget reconciliation process, according to several reports out there. But this is something that the Democrats are willing to deploy in order to get this package to pass as soon as they can. Now, what else are we seeing? So we're seeing several reports too that Senator Ed Markey would not support breaking the COVID relief bill into pieces. Now, this is, if we have to go through the budget reconciliation process, some things may need to be broken up. And we're seeing right now that the Democrat from Massachusetts, Ed Markey, who has been calling for $2,000 per month reoccurring stimulus checks, has basically said that he will not support breaking up the bill into pieces. So this is a big one too. Now, here's a very interesting poll that I did want to share with you all. According to this poll from the Monmouth University Polling Institute, most Americans, 71% of Americans, would rather see Republicans in Congress find ways to work together with Biden than to focus on keeping Biden in check. So this is a new report that we're seeing right now, and I do want to get your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Do you think that you would rather see Congress find ways to work together with Biden to focus on keeping, instead of focusing to keep Biden in check? I do want to get your thoughts on that. Now, just to close this up, this is what we are getting right now from Mitch McConnell. So Mitch McConnell did send out a tweet a few hours ago, yesterday, and he did say, today I made clear that if Democrats ever attack the key Senate rules, it will drain the consent and committee out of the institution. A scorched earth Senate would hardly be able to function. It wouldn't be a progressive's dream. It would be a nightmare. I guarantee it. Then he did go on to talk about some other things. Yeah, this is what he said before that. He did say the Senate requires collaboration and deliberation. It is a feature, not a bug, that slim majorities can't ram through half-baked ideas. And he did share a clip where he did claim that his remarks on legislative filibuster and him sticking up to the minorities' right when Republicans have power. Now, again, Mitch McConnell has finally given in to trying to block things and control the Senate agenda. And these are some of the things that he did tweet out after that. Okay, before you leave, while we wait for Congress to finalize the stimulus package, If you are looking to make some extra money right now from the comfort of your home, maybe you've lost your job, maybe you're looking to boost your income, here's the deal. I do have some exclusive and helpful tips in the video on the left, so you want to check that out to get started right now making money from home. And if you are looking to build your credit score or improve your credit limit, check out the helpful videos on the right. See you in the next update. Stay safe and thank you for watching.